New Zealand have also been informed. What do you think should be a target that India should be keeping in mind?
Well, looking at the pitch over the last couple of matches where the ball hasn't quite come onto the bat, I would think a score about 300 plus will be tough for New Zealand to chase.
Considering the conditions here in Dubai, Saibhai, which are the Kiwi batters you think that could come good on the day?
I would imagine that somebody like a Rachin Ravindra. He's a left-hander. He's a very aggressive player. He's got very good technique as well, so he can keep out the good ball. And I think down the order, Glenn Phillips, he's a danger man. There'll be the classical players like Tom Latham and Kane Williamson at the top of the order, and Rachin Ravindra also. But I think it is Glenn Phillips down the order, who in the finishing overs, last 10 overs, could be somebody to watch out for.
With these conditions in mind in Dubai, the Kiwi bowlers to watch out for?
At the start, Matt Henry with the new ball, and then I would imagine with when the ball gets a little softer, it'll be Mitch Santner. He will be one to watch out for. Glenn Phillips with his quicker off spinners also can nip in with a wicket or two, but it is going to be Santner who's going to be the key.
In terms of India, any areas that you think would be a good time to improve on? I mean, Virat's form was one thing, but we've seen that he's struck form. Shami picked a 5 for another game. Any other players you think can utilize this opportunity to be in prime form ahead of the semi-final?
Rohit Sharma at the top of the order. If he can get big runs, more than 50, 60, that'll be, if he can get 100, nothing like it. Then I think in the middle overs where India have not been able to break a partnership. We saw in both the games there was a partnership in the middle over. So if India can do that in those, say from the 10th over to the 35th over, they'll certainly give themselves a very good chance of restricting New Zealand.
What do you think makes New Zealand such a dangerous team?
Firstly, the pressure of expectations is just not there. Cricket is not the number one sport there, rugby is, and which allows their players to play without the pressure of expectations from the country. And also because, they've always had lovely players, top class players, and because it's a small country, because it does not have a big media, a lot of their players sometimes are not rated, they're underrated. And when they go out on the international arena, we've seen in World Cups in particular, they play out of their skins. Most of the time they've been in the last 4, they've been runners up so many times. The last time they played India in the Champions Trophy, it was in the final at Nairobi in Kenya, and they beat India. So that is the big plus that they have, that the pressure of expectations is simply not there.
One thing that we all know, the conditions here in Dubai were more suited to India, I'd say, compared to a lot of other teams. In that regard, do you think New Zealand is the other team that can really compete toe-to-toe with India in these conditions here in Dubai?
Yes, I think they've got a pretty similar middle order bowling, if I might say that, because they are also middle order batters. There's a Santner, there's a Glenn Phillips who can bowl, and Bracewell, 3 spinners who, like Jadeja, Pandya and Akshar Patel, do the job. What these 3 do for India, those 3 do for New Zealand. And they give their batting a bit of depth, they give their bowling a little more option, a little more variety, and that's why they are a team which is pretty similar to India.
Quite a remarkable day because India and New Zealand playing against each other in Champions Trophy after 25 years.
Yes, there you are. India don't want to remember what happened 25 years ago. In fact, nobody, I think, some of these players might have been just 1 or 2 years old from the Indian team, so for them it won't make much of a difference. But New Zealand are always a team to watch out for in the ICC knockouts and also at the ICC League stage. So India will definitely have a fight on their hands.